What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see if we got people coming in here at any point during this particular stream. Who is in here? All right. Gara of the Sands. What's up? Nothing much, guys. What's up, man? You're like the only one here so far. All right. What's up, Victor? Always good to have you in a stream, man. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. I'm actually probably just waiting for MJ. And then I think we're going to record for something. But hey, why not just do a stream for funsies? Guys, what did you guys think of that last episode of Dragon Ball Super with Vegeta? Ugh. Did y'all see my video? I kind of laid it out there with this. I really thought it was one of the better things on Vegeta this entire series. I think he's such an interesting character throughout all of Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Super has really helped define Vegeta and who he is. And I have to admit, I was one of the people at the very beginning of this is like, oh no, I don't really know about Vegeta. I feel like they're kind of backpedaling on all this stuff that made Vegeta great throughout all of Dragon Ball Z, but Super has really redefined Vegeta, I think, and given us a better understanding of who he is as a person and as a character, and I'm really happy about that. I like that about him. Let's see. What's up? My guy, aka Real to Real to Genius. I'll show you the way. What's up, everybody? What's up? Hey man, how are you? I'm good. Let's see. It was pretty epic, man. Yeah, that was totally epic. Yes, MJ and I are the dynamic duo. Hopefully, maybe we can get him to come in. He said he wanted to record tonight, but that was a couple hours ago. All right, so what about Joseph? What about no, not really. What I watched it after I saw your video earlier. What do you mean no, not really? Jiren is not a bitch ass nigga. Oh man, I shouldn't say that. No, Jiren isn't terrible. I like Jiren. I just want him to actually show something with himself. Like I want them to give him some character. That would be the best thing they could do is actually give Jiren some character. Do you want to know the way? I already know the way. I definitely know the way. Will you show me the way though? I know the way, but I don't. No one's ever showed me the way. I liked it, but don't get me wrong. However, it doesn't make sense because his whole must be Goku thing. He hasn't really been. Well, I guess it is weird because it is inconsistent. He has kind of been like, I'm gonna beat Goku, but he's kind of denounced that, hasn't he? I mean, I feel like he denounced it in Z. And he's really been back and forth with it over the last couple of arcs in Dragon Ball Super. But just a couple episodes ago, he said that he doesn't really care. He doesn't care where Goku gets his power or what Goku has. He's going to surpass Goku without it, even if he doesn't get Ultra Instinct. Because we got to see him try to get Ultra Instinct, and then he kind of ultimately failed at that. But then he was sitting there saying, I don't even care if I don't get Ultra Instinct anymore. I'm just gonna be stronger. I'm gonna actually win this thing. And then that's what really pulled him into that situation. I really liked that thing about Vegeta. I think that's what makes him a great character, especially with the last couple episodes. We get to see that he's really changed from the first person we saw. He's even matured from Dragon Ball Z days. It's no longer about getting stronger to beat Goku. I mean, I think what he said after Goku beat Majin Buu is still true. Like Vegeta is like, Goku, you're the best. No one can step to you. I honestly can't do anything about that. I can't step to you, but I'm not going to try to be the best. I'm going to be the best I can be. And whether that means he's actually stronger than Goku or not, I think that's great. And I think that's why Vegeta is one of people's favorite characters. Probably one of my favorite characters as well. Definitely in my top 5. Because he is his own person. He doesn't he's not burdened or shackled by the same things that Goku is, where Goku can't develop as a character. He's kind of the through line for the whole series. So we have people like Vegeta and Gohan and Tenshinhan and Roshi and Chi-Chi and Bulma and all these other people actually have character arcs and vast growth in between, the 800, 900 episodes of Dragon Ball there actually are. And that's what's one of the things that makes this so special. It's one of the things that makes Vegeta special and the series as a whole. Let's see. Gosh, I don't want to get, let's see. Love the second half. That's about it. I liked it. I think the whole part was pretty good. I mean, I love what they're doing with 17. Dragon Ball Super. If you guys haven't seen him, checked him out yet, go check out Brian. The guy's really awesome. Plus, he did a really good video of how he thinks that they're doing Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball Super in general, is doing Android 17 right. And I completely agree with every word he says there. So definitely go check that out. It's a good video. How do you think Goku will get Ultra Instinct again? I just think he gets exhausted. I mean, they're really wearing themselves out. I think that's where it comes from, but I could be wrong. I mean, I think it's all up in the air. It's all speculation at this point of how he's actually getting it. They need to let Vegeta win the tournament and get some shine and get some shine for once. I agree. I definitely think that Vegeta needs to get a little bit shine in the tournament, actually even win. It's really starting to look like, and I even want to start arguing that anyone but Goku. Hashtag anyone but Goku. You know what? That would be a fun discussion video. Let's see. I wish Takayoshi and Toppo versus Frieza lasted longer. I do too, because Frieza definitely deserved to fight the God of Destruction and actually get some shots in. Frieza's been really iffy this entire tournament, and even though I like what they've done with him, it's starting to get to the point, at least for me, that they're just writing him out of as many scenes as possible for probably some grand thing at the very end. But because we know Dragon Ball Super is ending, I'm like, I don't really know, right? Like, really, what are we supposed to think on this? I don't really like it very much. Okay, yeah, but I know it makes Vegeta seem bipolar. Yeah, that's true. He does kind of shift on a dime. Toppo deserves more episodes. Yes, he did. Yes, I'm not saying he hasn't changed. That's good. It'll be teamwork of Goku and Vegeta working together to beat Jiren. We alluded to this when Goku and Vegeta were both trying to team up against him while training. Yeah, and I think that would be a great way to cap off the series with Goku and Vegeta beating Jiren as two people. But with the promotional images that we've seen and with the shine Vegeta has gotten, I just think that it's hard for me to think that they're going to continue this. Goku and Vegeta are fighting as two entities instead of just as themselves. I don't really see it happen. Like I just see it breaking down to Goku by fighting Jiren, and that's gonna be it, But we'll see. I mean, it's definitely possible. If say Vegeta or Pascal the Robot God, Vegeta's on Moscow the Robot God. Oh, are you saying I'd say that he's on that scale? We saw nothing of that guy. It's hard to say. I don't know. But now the real question: Super 17 or Super 17? Are you talking about like Super 17 from Dragon Ball GT or Super's iteration of 17? Yeah, that definitely Super's iteration of 17 is the one worth watching. I like Super 17 from Dragon Ball GT, but they didn't give enough character development. Wasn't their fault. The show was canceled. They were trying to wrap it up and figure out what story to tell. And obviously they had bigger plans for all these arcs, probably stretch out for multiple episodes, but they just didn't have enough time to actually show it. So you really can't fault them for that. You can't fault Super 17 in Dragon Ball GT for that, and that's fine by me. But the way that Dragon Ball Super has handled Android 17 has been epic, in my opinion. I think we might see Vegeta and Goku will. I think we might see Vegeta and Goku will fuse, and Vegeta will get defeated. Vegito will get defeated. I don't think they're gonna fuse anymore. I think they've nerfed it, and it's possible, but I don't see it happening. Maybe if Frieza wins, uses his wish to undo Super and make GT canon again. Yeah, but I don't know, because that's not enough time to really flesh out that entire arc in the episodes they have left. It would be cool as like a cliffhanger ending, like Frieza gets the wish and we're not really sure exactly what's going on. That'd be kind of cool. Hey, you think Toritaro will go into the 28th Tenkaichi Budokai tournament and the manga after Super ends in March? It's possible. I mean, he's already kind of alluded to it in one way or the other. It's really possible that he would figure out a way to go into that and let us see what's going, like, or make us see like his interpretation of it. And I wouldn't be surprised if the anime did that as well, but I don't see them doing it at this point. It's just too much to actually get through and get on. But I would like it. I would actually like it. Neo Noah Gaming, what's up, man? Always good to see you. Sup, man? I think it'd be awesome for Goku to hit Jiren with a headbutt with Ultra Instinct while Vegeta final flashes them off the stage. So we've already kind of seen this where like they try to get Jiren off the stage and it just doesn't work. And that's really just because Jiren is so OP. But I agree. It would actually be cool to see them team up and purposefully eliminate Goku versus Vegeta. Or maybe even the other way around where they couldn't have done it without Vegeta. A lot of people have been mentioning this and I definitely think it's worth talking about that. Jiren at this point has acknowledged Vegeta twice with like his feats. And he doesn't really seem to do the same with Goku. And I'm wondering why. Because obviously Goku earlier got his intention with the whole Kefla thing. Kefla kind of woke him up from his meditation. And Goku definitely hurt him and or was able to punch him in the Ultra Instinct when they fought. So, yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's a good point. Let me see if... Wait, you free text me. All right. I'm just making sure MJ wants to actually join at some point if he does. Okay, so Young Legend, I feel like Jiren will be defeated by the hit him with what? I feel like Jiren will be defeated by the hit him with. I don't know what that is, honestly. Okay, Stephen Lack. I am the only one who thinks they wasted Toppo and ruined the final explosion. They wasted Toppo, yes, because Toppo, I think, had a lot more character to go on with this entire series than Jiren does. I think they're going to need to really play catch up narratively with Jiren's character if they want to make him compelling at all in the next couple episodes. That might be possible considering the hyper focus on the Tournament of Power, and especially of the later episodes of the Tournament of Power, less and less focus on the people in the stands. So now they have to focus on Jiren, and Jiren's probably going to get a bulk of lines that he's never had in the series before. It's going to be really interesting what they do with that, but there's still 4 heavy-hitting personalities in Universe 7, plus everyone in the stands, and Zeno and the Grand Priest, everyone who can kind of take away screen time from us learning anything about Jiren, and that to me is going to bog down the story just a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be happy with it, but Toppo had a lot of character development. I wish that they had given him more to do. I wish, like I said earlier, a couple weeks ago, wish it was just kind of a red herring when they took Jiren out and then Toppo released this God of Destruction energy, and then we get to bookend Dragon Ball Super the same way that we started, where you are fighting a God of Destruction who's going to literally threaten your existence, and then you end it on a God of Destruction who's literally going to threaten your existence. They didn't do that. I don't know why they didn't do that. It just seems like the easiest narrative bridge from the beginning to end that I could think of that they could utilize really quickly, but they didn't. And yes, so anyway, yes, they did waste Toppo, at least in that regard. But the final explosion, no. I don't think that they really wasted the final explosion. It ruined it, because Vegeta's character in that moment, and I did a video on this, and you can go watch the video. I won't dwell on it a lot, but Vegeta's character in that moment, and the whole point of that episode was getting stronger without giving up who you are. And I think the very first time Vegeta used the final explosion, of course the only time other than this particular moment, was Vegeta giving up everything. He was willing to sacrifice everything in order to win the day. And Vegeta has grown since then with Trunks, future Trunks, Bulma, Brawl, his relationship with Goku, and everything else from Dragon Ball Super showed us that he's not willing to give everything up. He has literally come full circle where he realizes that you don't need to hyper focus on one thing or purge yourself of everything to get where you want to be. You can literally have it all if you just have the mindset that you don't have to be the strongest. You just have to push past your own limits. And I think that was a great life lesson. I don't think you need to win every single thing. You don't need to be the best at every single thing. You just have to be okay with who you are without giving up what makes you you. And that's why he beat Toppo. That's why that move, as opposed to the last time he used it in Dragon Ball Z, worked for me, because he didn't give up anything. He literally used something to destroy something he shouldn't have, and he didn't give up anything. I think that's great. What's up, sports fan JW? Hey, yo, hey, what's up, real? What's up, stream? Let's see. Do you think they're going to reveal Jiren's wish in episode 129? Maybe, but at this point, I'm not really sure they're going to do much with it. I don't know what it could be that would keep our interest, and that to me is the problem. So yes, big man, love from England, bro. What's up? Sup, guys? Seth Martin and Supreme Koshin, what's up? If Frieza created GT, he would be the most evil character in anime history. Oh, that would so trigger people. That'd be actually hilarious if you think about it. Will we see Oob in episode 131? It's possible, but I'm not really sure. So, real to real, what's your thinking on Frieza? I think that I'm getting a little annoyed with the way that they're using Frieza. I really was kind of anticipating them utilizing Frieza in such a way that would allow him to be more relevant than he is now. And the very fact that they keep kind of pushing him off to the sidelines where he doesn't get to do anything and he's not really a part of anything is starting to get to me, at least as a fan. Because when this whole thing started, I felt, yes, they're finally doing Frieza right. They messed up a little bit with him at the very beginning of this series, but they came back and they decided to show something. Oh man, I just noticed that. Is there a Saul? There's a Saul video thing I put in here, didn't I? That's my bad. It's funny though. I just yeah, there it is. I feel bad about that. Oh well, whatever. I couldn't possibly figure out what that is. Anyway, I'm sure people looking at it are like, what? It's from my other channel. But anyway, I'm just gonna leave it there. Anyway, with the Frieza character and all this, I think that it's weird that they're trying to make Frieza, I guess, non-important for what's going on throughout the entire Tournament of Power. I really think that if he were to come in at the very end and give us some huge shine, it would be great. But now that we know this series is ending, it's hard for me to wonder whether they're actually saving him so he can get his wish. He's alluded to it, and we're all kind of wondering whether that's going to have something to do with the end of the series. I don't know. I want them to just utilize him. If he's going to go out soon, that's fine, but I don't want them to keep kind of bringing him back in, giving him a nice moment, and then literally throwing him off the edge just to kind of oh yeah, forget about Frieza now. He'll come back in a couple episodes. Forget about him now. He'll come back in a couple episodes. It's like, I don't want that. It's getting on my nerves. Trust loads of love from England, bro. I swear you sound like an Englishman, not American. Do I? I don't know. The Kefla fight was lit. Yes, it was. Vegeta needs to help Goku eliminate Jiren, kind of like he did on Gohan v Cell. Something I want to see at least. That would be cool, but it couldn't be the same thing. I mean, we kind of get to see that same narrative structure with the Frieza Toppo 17 beam struggle. I mean, it's basically the same thing. And I don't think that they're going to reutilize that just yet. And also, the reason that worked narratively was because Vegeta was so far and against actually helping or even accepting that Goku's son was actually stronger than him, and that he would never be on top. And he just didn't want to help. First he was afraid, and then he wasn't privy to the fact that this low-class warrior even had a son that he couldn't even match up to, no matter how hard he tried. And that's just not the same Vegeta that we've had this entire time. Maybe if they have it where Jiren just completely takes down Vegeta and he just kind of appears out of nowhere, but the way that this whole tournament's going, if Jiren takes down Vegeta, then he's just kind of falling into the same trap that Jiren's been doing this entire time. We're taking down people but not eliminating them, while also they show almost everyone who gets eliminated go into the stands. And if he doesn't go into the stands, they don't show him go into the stands for Universe 7. We know that that's going to be the way they end it. He's going to pop up at the last possible minute, and that's kind of anticlimactic. So I'm not sure. It would be cool, but I don't think it would be the best way to end this. I meant the other two questions, making GT Canon and Super 17 as a joke. No hate. Love your channel, bro. I love your vids, bro. Nope, no hate. Nope, no hate. I think he's trying to say that the attack hit used on Jiren so tapped him. Wait. I think he's trying to say that the attack hit used on Jiren so trapped him in his time cage will weaken Jiren. Probably. But it doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, the guy has so much power, so much stamina, it's crazy. He's not even tired, and they're just going at him like hardcore over the last couple minutes. Real to real, do you think that, who do you think will win? SCP-682 or Vegito? I don't know who SCP-682 is, so I don't know. I couldn't give a legitimate answer to that. I'm so tired of Zeno and the eliminated fighters taking away from the fight scene. Sigh. Yeah, that's really weird. It makes sense though, because we've never had a tournament in Dragon Ball where they don't have some kind of sideline thing going on. It creates somewhat of a break, allows the audience to breathe, maybe laugh even a little bit, and it makes sense. It's just now that there's so few people left to fight that it could start getting a little annoying. I mean, just show us this fight, Back when Frieza and Goku were fighting, everyone, the dreaded 5 minutes on Namek, that was a whole lot of fighting. Now, Dragon Ball Super isn't Dragon Ball Z, I understand that, but I agree. You need to show us Jiren. You need to give us some character development. You need to do a lot with his character that, just in my personal opinion, they haven't done thus far, and it's going to hurt the ending. No matter how you phrase it, it's going to hurt the ending, where we're left with a character with so little character that I don't see anyone thinking Jiren is their favorite character in the fandom. I really don't. Especially if he gets beaten. If he wins, obviously a lot of people are going to have some mystery. There's going to be discussions on him, like how strong is he? Was he using his whole power? But if Goku and Vegeta do beat him, I can guarantee you, as soon as Dragon Ball Super ends, everyone's going to stop caring about Jiren. Outside of maybe the video games or something like this, because there's just nothing there to gravitate towards. Vegito Buu Saga. I'm sorry, man. I don't know who that is. I know I'm super behind, but I'm super behind on this. I'll try to speed up. Sports fan JW, I would, but I have nothing better to do. I wonder if Goku and Vegeta ever fuse again. One day would the fusion have Vegeta's new SSB form and attack and Kaioken on top of that? Probably. I mean, it's possible. They have most of the fusions. Everyone says that they had the ability to go Super Saiyan 3 just because of Gotenks. So obviously they could have Vegeta's new form, Kaioken, Ultra Instinct. I mean, it would be a monster. And that's why they won't ever do fusion again. It would just make them too strong. There's no narrative way that they can write themselves out of that hole when fusion has become so easy. I mean, there's no time limit. There's nothing holding it down and making it something that's they have to sacrifice or anything. It's like, okay, we'll fuse, go full power, and then just wipe this guy out in 2 seconds, and that's all we need. Not a good narrative thing for the series. Narrative is the word of the day, apparently. Thoughts on Frieza trying to manipulate the gods. What episode you think it could be, and what the manipulation would look like? He mentioned it, and I've done videos on this. I won't really go into it. I did a video with MJ talking about how we thought Frieza might reshape the Dragon Ball universe with his wish back before we knew the show was ending, and MJ did a video about his wish, like Frieza's mind control or something. I can't remember what these videos are called, but that's basically what they were. If you want more thoughts on that, go check out those videos because they were really good in my opinion. Do you think Toppo is better as a main antagonist in the tournament than Jiren? Yes, just totally yes. I can't say it enough. Jiren is boring. Will there be a large twist, or will there be more predictable ending? I think a predictable ending, definitely. I'm anticipating some kind of party. They're gonna go back to Capsule Corp, and there's gonna be some kind of party, and that's just gonna be what it is. I'm not a fan of it, but yeah. Will there be okay? Yeah. People keep trying to say that Vegeta will win the Tournament of Power, but there is no way he'll beat Jiren. Sure, Jiren gave him those compliments, but he blinks away his final flash. LMAO. I don't know. Vegeta and Goku and everyone's just breaking their limits. There's no real way of knowing who is going to win this tournament at this point, which is really exciting. And I really wish that we could be more excited about that. But with them ending the show soon, I mean, I just have to say, unless it's Jiren or Frieza, which fingers crossed, I hope it's Jiren or Frieza, and they don't ever tell us what the wish is, and we leave it like wondering like what the wish is, that would be the way to end it. But no, I don't know. I honestly don't know. How do you think Vegeta should be eliminated? At this point, I don't think he should. I think Vegeta should win the dang thing. I think he just deserves the win. He's been saying it from the very beginning of the tournament. He's had a lot of character growth in this tournament, and he's had a lot of character growth in this series in particular. It would be great to give Vegeta one last win. And Goku doesn't win tournaments, guys. Like, he's won one. And filler, anything, he's only won one. Give it to Vegeta. Vegeta's never won a tournament. Vegeta's never had any huge win like this. Taking out Toppo, taking out Jiren would be great. I would love it. How can I give you a super chat? I do not do the super chat thing. I've said it before. I said it again. I don't set that up because it's not really my intention to make money off the streams or make a ton of money off of the channel or anything like that. I do this because I really like doing it, and I just want to grow and build this community because I really appreciate the community. I like talking to you guys, and that's why I don't. If I do a super chat in the future, if I do a Patreon or something, if we ever get to that level, the thing is it won't just be help me. You know, I'm in law school right now. I'm in school, and taking a lot of debt really so I can make something of myself in such a way that I don't have to rely on this to make money. And I do it because I like it. It's a hobby. It really kind of allows my downtime to be productive. If I ever do that, it will be solely to finance something that I think worthy of my time and creative energy. I've had discussions with this from people all over all over my circles on what that could be. It's up in the air, but I have a lot of ideas of things I would like to do, especially telling my own original stories, which a lot of people want me to. Nothing shonen based. I know I cover Dragon Ball mostly, but I would really like to, and I've had this conversation with World King Kenji. By the way, go support him because he's back. He and I would like to work on like our own original manga together. And I have a story, like I said, not shonen, but it's really something I'm very proud of. Concept I'm very proud of, and I would really like to figure out a way to bring it to you guys, whether it's short story, like anything where I can supplement money if you're willing to give it to me and take a chance on that. So yeah, no super chats right now. Gohan is greater than 17. Yes, but 17 has been really good in this series, and I'm really happy with what they've done. Frieza might try to betray at some point. Maybe, but we've already seen him do this twice. I guess third time's a charm. 17 is greater than Gohan. Can someone please make a video series called What If GT Was Good? That would be great. I mean, I'm just really tired of people crapping on GT and not saying how they would improve it. Yeah, if you want. My real thought is as soon as Super ends, and let's get some real talk right here. As soon as Super ends, I think that people are going to kind of sit back, and a lot of people who watch these videos on the regular, because Dragon Ball Super is here every single week, it has a very dedicated fan base. I personally believe that when Super ends, there's going to be a downturn of people who are interested, which is obvious. It just always happens no matter what it is. And then also of the creator content. And I think one of the things you're going to see, from myself included, is different content. Not just discussion based on the previous episode or crazy wacky theories, because there's nothing really left to theorize. Maybe a couple discussions here or there, maybe some live streams, but new and original interesting content. So I really think, like, what if GT was good? Rewriting GT, rewriting Super, all these other things are something that, like, I could see myself doing in the future, because I love this series. I would really like to keep it alive somehow, at least in this community, for anyone who wants to keep exploring and talking about and just discussing in a fun way, like what they could have done or how they could have done it, or which characters they should focus on next, or anything else like that. I think it's worth discussing. I think it's worth having a lot of fun with it. And my goal here, my plan, is to do something different. Do something different, do something a little bit more time intensive for myself. Maybe less uploads a day, which is fine. Maybe less uploads in general, but really well put together pitches and other really interesting things that I want to bring to you guys, funny stuff and all that, all of it. But until Super ends, and everyone I'm working with on the outside stuff that you guys don't see or aren't privy to, until all that starts working out, I can't get this stuff to you, which will probably come around March and April, hopefully, and then we'll figure out a way to get really interesting content to you guys as quickly as possible. So I hope you guys are excited for the future of Dragon Ball, because it's not going anywhere just because Super's ending. That's the thing I think everyone should really kind of take away from this, is the people who do bring you daily, if not mostly daily, or really good content, the stuff that y'all like to listen to and watch, we're not going anywhere. We are refocusing and redetermining ourselves to redetermining how we want to do our channels and how we want to actually portray Super and Dragon Ball and anything else like that. And just to me, I really think you guys should be excited. because it's really going to pull out a lot from the creators to bring anyone who enjoys watching our content something to look forward to, so I'll leave it at that. But I hope everyone is excited for that. I want some. Okay. Anyway, United 976. I want Zamasu and Goku Black to return at the end of this arc. They won't, but a couple months ago I would have completely agreed with you. Not Black, but Zamasu. I could have agreed with you. That would have been awesome. John, destroying it was the improvement. I want to give you one. Hashtag waifu21. Who else saw the age and was like, no. If you look close at the shot of Jiren, 17, Goku, and Vegeta, you could see Frieza on the rock floating behind them. Also, he has Ultra Instinct. They still frame shot at the end of the episode. What? I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't looked. Really would love if they explain Vegeta's Beyond Blue. On another note, wondering if 17 is gonna donate energy from Vegeta for Vegeta next episode. He should. That's actually a really good thought. He really should. That's a really good thought. Rewrite Z, delete Goten, Boo, and Oob. Why delete Z or rewrite Z? Why delete Goten? Goten's character is really awesome in Z, because Goten is the epitome of what Trunks was fighting for. I mean, his existence is solely based around Goten, is solely based around the what Trunks did in order to save that present timeline. So I think getting rid of Goten is a bad thing. Now, did they not do his character justice? Oh, fine. You can totally say that, but delete him? I don't think that's a good thing. Sometimes I lose my place. All right. Let's see. 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I had to talk to my sister a little bit. Anyway, so you should make a Discord. I like Discord for what it's worth, but I gotta be honest, I don't do very, very well in huge conversations. Like when multiple people are talking at a time, I kind of like shy away and don't really go interact with that stuff, because it's like I'm either like fighting to get my opinion heard, or I'm trying to or everyone's listening to me, which I think is, I guess, what this is. It's not great, especially when everyone has the same open-ended or the same way of actually speaking as I do, like on a call, or no one's listening because they're just waiting to talk or something. It's all over the place for me. I'm not really a huge fan of it. Anyway, no, I'm not going to do a Discord. Not now. Maybe in the future, but we'll see. Much love. Thanks for answering my question on Frieza. Good. Expo, great live stream, but it's 3 a.m. here. Peace. Yeah, don't stay up all night just to watch me, guys. But bye-bye, Supreme Cashin. Let's see. Does 17 survive next episode? Probably not, but that's just my takeaway. I mean, 17 surprised this entire tournament. It's possible. I could see that Vegeta taking Jiren out I could see after Vegito taking Jiren out a nice fight between Goku and Vegeta to finish the series off. I would love that. Oh my gosh, I would love that. That would be great. I think that would be a great way to actually end the series with Vegeta and Goku getting ready to fight a la Rocky 3. That'd be great. Let's see. Current Android 17 versus Super Saiyan God Goku for Battle of God. Who wins? Probably 17 at this point, dude. Like, he's Super Saiyan Blue level for sure. I don't know a power scaler, but geez, he is just all over the place, right? Jiren had potential, but this arc had lazy writing. Probably true. Someone wishes for the gods to have never existed, and then the gods, angels, Omni King fade. Then we're at the end of Z's story. Super has never happened, but everyone still remembers cliffhanger ending. And cliffhanger ending. No, but kind of cool. Like I have to admit, like that would be kind of cool. Everyone still remembers. It doesn't really happen. GT's still up for grabs. But if everyone still remembered, GT wouldn't be up for grabs because why not just use the Super Saiyan God ritual again, or at least train, or why wouldn't they have it? I mean, can't see it happening. Would be cool though. Too bad Bergamo was weak AF. I thought him and his bros were cool. We're badass. Yeah, I agree. I wish they were better as well. What universe would you like to win besides Universe 7 or 11? Definitely Universe 6. I think Universe 6 is still the best universe in the entire Tournament of Power. They had the best strategy. They had some of the best characters. And once Universe 6 went, I swear, guys, once Universe 6 was eliminated, can we just agree that the entire Tournament of Power kind of took a downturn in terms of quality? Now, they have awesome episodes, but the whole fighting of all the other universes before we got to Universe 11, the whole Toppo, Dispo, and Jiren fight was like, yeah, it's cool, but like, is it really that cool? Are we really in a good place as good a place as we were a couple of weeks ago when we got to see Hit versus Jiren, and then Kefla versus Goku, and then the Namekians versus Piccolo and Gohan? That stuff was epic. Some of the best things that Super ever gave us. And then we were just in kind of a month of downturn. No one was really caring about who was going to fight who next or what was going to happen, because we all knew that Universe 7 was going to take out one universe at a time, and it didn't really matter. Cool episodes in there, cool things in there, like the whole black hole thing, taking out Universe 6 and Universe 2 at the same time, I think it was. That was kind of cool. That's why I love, Victor, that's why I love you. You have such a pure, genuine heart. Oh, oh, thank you. Yo, what are we discussing? I don't know, because I can never get through these questions very quickly. I'm glad that like there's always it's not going so fast that I can actually answer the questions, but it does take me a long time, and I do appreciate the patience. Fun arc, but the writing here was poor, loads of missed opportunities. True, absolutely true. I think Super is ending the next time Goku fights Jiren and unlocks UI. I think he's going to finally master it, probably, just because they've been pushing that a lot recently. I think Broku17, also an awesome YouTuber, made part 1 of a video about what if GT was good. He probably did. I don't keep track with every single one of his videos, but he does put out really good daily content, I think. This isn't over just like a see you later. I agree. That's exactly what Super's ending is. It's not over. It's like, hey, we'll be back. And that's why we're not going to have a cliffhanger. We're just kind of an open door ending where they can always come back and do something else. How strong is Vegeta's new form compared to UI? I think after the last episode, they're close in power. Probably. I mean, Vegeta's punching through Hakai's. It's crazy. My day's okay. And I'm someone's Z. My day's okay, man. Thanks for your kind words on Twitter and on my latest video. It meant a lot. My day's been going pretty well, but I have to admit, I've had kind of a rough patch this week, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, is because I always really appreciate and enjoy kind of sitting down and talking to you guys, at least for a little bit of time. So hopefully you guys are having just as much fun as I am on this. Let's see. Let's get to something else. The Chaotic 17. As an Android 17 fan, Dragon Ball Super has treated me so well. That's good. It's weird that so many people are Android 17 fans. I never really felt much for him in the original Dragon Ball Z days. I didn't think he had enough time. Of course, the fight with Piccolo, I think, is still one of the best fights in Dragon Ball, but I just didn't think he had enough time to really be developed or anything like that. But it's surprising to see how many people are actually Android 17 fans. So, take that what you will. But they have done it right. Do you feel Frieza's purpose is versus Jiren after Frieza versus Toppo? I feel that Frieza is too fodder to do anything versus Jiren. Good point. No, I think Frieza still has a really big point, or a really big part in all this. And I think part of it is going to be putting aside who he is for a moment just to fight Jiren with Vegeta and Goku. Maybe even 17, but I would imagine 17's going out after this episode. So Frieza, to me, is someone who's probably going to be eliminated pretty soon here. Or 17, and then Frieza is going to step up in the next couple episodes, and we're going to get like a 3-way team up for Jiren, where 17 or where Vegeta and Frieza have to work together, and probably all three of them are able to hurt Jiren just enough to allow Goku to beat him. That's just the most logical explanation I can think of, but I don't know. That's one of the best things about the Tournament of Power. We don't know how it's going to end, even now. It's really all up in the air. It's so hard to predict this show because it's not written like any other show. Do they explain any part of Jiren's backstory, possibly in a similar way to the manga, or is it left completely unexplained? I bet it's left completely unexplained, which is, I think, something they were like, oh yeah, like this will be great for Jiren fans because Jiren is so mysterious. But like, I think it's just come across after so many episodes, building him up, really almost 50 by the time this is over, of building up this guy Jiren. I think people are going to be like, it's just really not like a good character moment or a good character in general. I don't know if you already answered this, but what do you think of Frieza's role for the rest of this arc? Will Jiren make quick work of him and call him out, or a major Jiren Frieza team up twist? No team up twists. If they were going to do that, I think they would have already done that. Would be cool though. Jiren is just too strong. I do think Frieza is going to have some major thing, like I just said. Frieza is going to come in there and help Goku and Vegeta out. It's going to be a major character moment for him, and I think a lot of us are going to be very happy with it. But way too soon to see on that. We're just going to have to wait. What is Frieza's point of being in this series? It's hard to say, man. Like, it's really hard to say because they've been doing so well by him this entire show, but then it kind of dropped off, And it's like, why are they just letting him, disappear for episodes on end? Let's see what he has up his sleeves. Let's see what he's going to do. And I'm hoping that the next couple episodes really kind of give Frieza some shine, because he's the only one here who hasn't gotten shine. Jiren's gotten shine, Vegeta, 17, and Goku. Frieza needs a good moment, not just small little quips here and there where he instantly gets his stuff rocked. The other word for it. My favorite end to a tournament would have to be Universe 6 versus Universe 7 versus Hit versus Goku round 3 as the last two participants. I have to say, like, if Frieza wasn't in this fight, I would have loved to see Goku, Vegeta, and Hit versus Jiren. Because Frieza's in this fight, it's going to break down to them. But if Hit was still in this fight, going all at it, be awesome. That would be so cool. Let's see. Hey bud, when do you think you will make the video if Disney had the rights to make a live action Dragon Ball movie? I think they could do a decent job since they're killing it with Marvel and Star Wars. I know you've been asking for this, Victor, for a really long time. I have yet to talk to... Well, I have talked to him a little bit about it, and we kind of missed our date with the latest Star Wars, because we kind of missed our date with the latest Star Wars because we kind of got busy, me with finals, and obviously Danny is always busy, but hopefully soon. I mean, I think I've been thinking a lot more about that actually recently. I think it would be a really fun discussion, and I think people would be really happy to see it. If you want something similar, Danny and I did a video, and this is old. It's like a year old, so you're gonna have to like go through a backlog of his videos. But we did a video around the very first time that you asked me. I'm pretty sure I told you about it. So you're gonna have to go back on his channel and see. But it was something similar. Like it wasn't like could Disney do Star Wars? It was basically like can Dragon Ball be Star Wars? Can it be Disney's interpretation of Star Wars, doing so many different stories at once? You know, doing Dragon Ball side stories with Hits and Kaba and all the people we knew at the time. So definitely go see that rough patch. Whisper your problems in my ear, big sexy. Oh my gosh. No, that's wrong. Let's see. Something terrible still has to happen. Probably. Yes, but you could also say that already did happen when Goku fell into the spirit bomb. That might have been what they were referencing, and we're just all kind of thinking too heavily. I don't know. Before finding out Frieza was being resurrected, I was hoping Frost would get a new form, maybe a form to pay homage to Cooler's fourth transformation, even though it would have been fan service like Kale. I really was hoping something like that too, like maybe a different color, but also kind of looks like Frost's fourth transformation. We didn't get that, and I really think that they didn't do Frost a whole lot of justice, but I really was thinking they eliminated Frost the way he did because Frieza was going to be more important to the future of the series, at least then, and now that doesn't really seem to be the case. I really wish they would bring back Frost, though, because he was probably one of my favorite characters of this entire series, at least someone I would argue, because there was a lot of really great story potential there. He's not like Frieza. He's not mysterious. He has like this cunning, I guess, warlord sensibility where he has to play two different roles. It's not as one-sided as Frieza, and something worth exploring in other mediums like video games or manga, or maybe even a short special or a series or something like that. Frost is cool, and I would have liked them to give him a new transformation, but they didn't. Let's see. The way Jiren says he's impressed with he's impressed Vegeta got so strong without throwing away makes me think Jiren threw away something important to get the power he has. I think the same thing. I really do. I wanted to do a video about this, but I really don't know what else to say about it other than just essentially that. I've been thinking about it though ever since I watched the episode, and I was wondering like what could it be if I had to throw something out there that's not generic or something, and I got really nothing to go on. But I agree. Interesting. I want to know what it is. Who really knows? And obviously, we'll probably never know. Maybe it has something to do with his wish. Maybe not. Feels like knowing Super is ending kills a lot of the hype. I have to be honest. It kind of does. I'm still excited for every single week, and I want to see what happens because we don't know how this is going to end, and that's really great. But I have to be a realist about this. It kind of does. But heck, this they could be like, haha, got you. We're bringing it back in a couple months. Like they really could, or we're bringing it back as soon as the movie's done, or something like that. And we could be cool in that. But there's no sure thing on that. Your favorite DPS OTS? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Does anyone think the Erased Universe will be brought back? Probably. I mean, I just imagine, but hard to say at this point, really. What if at the end of the tournament, the Daishinkan-sama rewinds time to before Beerus wakes up and interrupts his prophecy dream, and he forgets about Super Saiyan God, and GT becomes canon? They could do that. I think there would have been a better way to do that, but they could definitely do that if they wanted. I don't think they will. I think giving up those characters or retroactively making GT canon, unless they have absolutely no determination to go any further with the show, kind of shoots them in the foot. So I really don't think they're going to do that because I think at some point in the future they're going to want to continue with this series. I don't think just because Oob shows up now, especially after everything that happened in Super, he's just kind of a lost cause, and that entire timeline or time period after that event in the end of Dragon Ball Z is just a lost cause for them. I think that they're trying to figure out something to do next, and I'd be really shocked and disappointed if this is the very end of Super and we're never going to get anything beyond this. Just saying myself. Who are your top 3 favorite characters introduced in Super besides Hit? Ooh. So I'm going to cheat a little on this because you said introduced in Super. So we can't use Beerus. We can't use Jocko. We can't use Vados. Or we can't use Whis. I mean, anyone who was introduced in any of those, just people introduced in Super. So besides Hit's number 1 regardless. I think with no particular order, it would have to be Zamasu, Toppo, and Caulifla. Those are my 3 favorite. Zamasu obviously has a lot of backstory on him. He's a pretty good antagonist in my opinion. Toppo is just interesting. He's funny. He's kind of given up a whole lot about himself to be where he is. And Caulifla is an interesting Saiyan. I mean, more so of a Goku type character than anyone else with an attitude problem. I really like that. And I feel like it was really worth getting time with her character, at least as much as we did in the Tournament of Power, especially with the way that they decided to tell this story. I'm glad that we got to see, I would probably say Frost or Kaba. I was thinking about them as well, but we didn't get enough with them. And they were really kind of pushovers as compared to everyone else. So Zamasu, Toppo, and Caulifla. I actually heard that something terrible will happen could have been translated to mean something crazy will happen. Yeah, Herm said that on Twitter. So, and we don't know. It could have been something that we haven't seen yet. I'm not really exactly sure. I wish Frieza's big transformation looked like Cooler's. Yeah. I do too. I think it would be cooler than the golden form, but the golden form has really kind of grown on me. Do you think Android 17 is gonna die in the Tournament of Power? I've argued that he should, but he won't. I don't think that they're gonna go that route, but I've argued that he really should. The problem with Android 17 dying now is that if he were to die, unless Frieza or himself killed himself, then that means that Jiren's going to have to kill him, and that would eliminate Jiren unless Zeno just changes the rules, so I don't see it happening. But before Toppo came out or was out, I thought, yeah, it'd be a perfect opportunity for 17 to bite the dust. I mean, he's not at the end of Dragon Ball Z. You have some emotional, heavy hitting. This is going to matter in the future. It's going to shape these characters even just slightly, and you've given this guy so much shine. The fans should be happy. It would work, but they didn't do it, and that's just fine. I mean, I guess they're telling the story they want to tell, but that's the way I would have done it. Do you think that they should give Piccolo God Ki, since he's watched Goku and Vegeta use it the most? He could be training this whole time to unlock it. I think he deserves a big power boost. I think so too, and I think they could have given him one in the Tournament of Power if they saw fit, but they didn't. And that's just another example, a long line of this I wish they had done in the Tournament of Power, honestly. But I think that they really have heavily underutilized Piccolo and Gohan in the tournament. So no power boost for Piccolo, at least in Dragon Ball Super. Maybe sometime down the line or in video games or something, give him God Ki, give him some kind of what if power up in a video game or Dragon Ball Heroes or something. Be really awesome. Are you going to watch the Dragon Ball movie spoiler free, or are you going to fall into the temptation? Probably fall into the temptation. I'm going to be covering Dragon Ball still, probably a lot different than how I am now, and then by the time that movie comes out. But I don't really care so much for spoilers, honestly. I I feel like going in kind of knowing what spoilers are out there makes the experience a little bit better, because you kind of know what to expect and you know exactly what to look for, and how and getting away like, okay, what, like, I want to experience this spoiler free. It lets me be a little bit more critical the very first time watching it than just fanboying out over certain things the very first time. Because when I first watch something, I don't ever pay attention to everything. Uh, I pay so much attention to the story and what's going on from scene to scene and what's happening with the characters that I miss the music, I miss the camera angles, I miss the way things are portrayed. In animation, I miss the animation, I miss everything. Because it's not really my main focus. But if I know what's going to happen, or at least an idea of what's going to happen, I see everything the first time and I walk out of it going, you know what, that was actually really good. Like, it is not just me being a fanboy, because I already knew it was going to happen. I knew how it was going to be portrayed and all that. I'm excited. I'm happy with what they gave me, and I don't get lost into this thing I see happen all the time, where fanboys walk into something and they walk out and like, that is the best thing I've ever seen. It beats every other thing in this particular franchise because it was my most immediate experience. I'm like, that's not real criticism. And that is like, and I'm not listening to that interpretation, because you obviously don't really look at it critically the very first time. And we'll see how you feel about it in a couple more viewings. That's my interpretation on this. So yeah, I'll probably fall into that, honestly. I think it'd be cool if we get like slice of life OVAs for super like 10-minute episodes and like 7 episodes to fill time after the movie or something. That would be really cool, actually. I would really like that. I think it'll be 2 wishes granted. One for Jiren, and Jiren gonna wish only for his universe back, and then Zeno will make a wish to keep Goku's universe back. Then Vegeta will say to Goku, wish back all the universes. Why would Jiren have to wish his universe back? I don't know. Because like, if Jiren's gonna get the wish, like I don't know who's getting these wishes in this scenario. Uh, Not that I hate Frieza being revived, but I think it would have been cool if, instead of introducing Frost in Universe 6, he was introduced in the Tournament of Power with a new form like Frieza, with a huge surprise. That would be kind of cool. But I think the temptation was too much there at that point. Oob should be the main character of the upcoming movie. It's gonna be Saiyans. I don't think it's gonna be Oob. He might have a role. I don't know. Long shot, dude. Do you think Kaioken times 20 Blue Goku would be able to defeat Toppo like Vegeta did? Probably. Just not in the same way, but probably. Yo, huge fan. Keep up the great content, brother. Thank you. Will this video be on your channel after the stream? I just got off work. Yeah, it will be always. The streams are always on my channel whenever they figure out how to go up on there, I guess. Do you think that this is a good ending? Goku wins in UI, but for the wish, Goku gives it to Vegeta since he knows Vegeta has a wish that means a lot to him. Yeah, I actually really like that ending a lot. I had never really thought of it like that, because I wasn't ever really anticipating the person getting the wish giving the wish away. In fact, it would be kind of cool. Maybe that was what was being said up there that I kind of didn't understand, but it would be kind of cool if Jiren gets the wish and then gives it to Vegeta because he actually respects Vegeta based on what he's been doing this entire tournament. That would be kind of cool. I got a tattoo of Fusamasu with the rotting purple Goku black side. The yellow zombie like eyeballs, the full color portrait of his face with twisted insane smile. That is an awesome tattoo, dude. If you have a Twitter, share it on Twitter. I'd like to see it. Unless it's in a place where the sun don't shine, I don't really want to see it then. But if it's like on the arm or leg or something, I could deal with that. Do you think if Vegeta and Goku both got Ultra Instinct and Jiren had his back to the wall, Do you think the God of Destruction, Belmont, would strike a deal with Golden Frieza? Yeah, I really do think that Belmont's one of those people who would definitely strike a deal with Frieza, but I don't know if Frieza at that point would be willing to kind of go out of his way to help Jiren. I think one of the reasons Frieza's been acting up recently is because he doesn't. I think part of him doesn't think they can win, and I also think he likes stirring the pot. I know Zeno trumps all, but can Jiren be erased since his power technically transcends time? Yes. Jiren can be erased, Zeno can do whatever he wants just because that's the logic of it. Ultimate Piccolo, where he's at power right now, Super Saiyan 3? I wouldn't say Super Saiyan 3, but I'm not a power scaler, so I don't know. The upcoming movie, The Secret Origin of the Saiyan's Power. I know the movie will be nice, but a year without episodes for a 90-minute story, that might suck. Yes, it does suck. But, I mean, it's weird. Like, people feel like, oh, Super's ending, and, like, they don't think that, yeah, we're going to get a movie really soon, and the show could be literally back on within, like, 6 months, 9 months, a year. We do this every single time, and like we all kind of forget that we're from the Western world, and this is the way like seasonal television works. Like people like The Walking Dead, the Game of Thrones show, Westworld, all these other shows have to wait 6 months or 3 months or something in order to get their show back, and then they have to take these breaks in between where they're not getting them all the time. We have been so lucky, and I feel like it's weird when we're like, okay, it's like, just because Super's ending, we feel like it's over. It's obviously not over. This show is so big that they're going to figure out a way to keep it going, whether it be with games, movies, specials, a new series sometime down the line and soon, or anything else like that. It'd be kind of crazy for them to give it up now unless there's something crazy going on behind the scenes that we're not privy to, which is possible, but I'm not sure. The fact that A17 is not in the end of Dragon Ball Z made me think he could die in the tournament. Maybe they could retcon the android bomb and he still has it to be able to self-destruct. I was actually thinking that he thinks he still has it because he wasn't privy to that conversation or that wish. No one's ever told him because 18 and 17 don't really seem all too close to begin with. So maybe he might try to use it in this next episode and realize he can't. Maybe then he gets eliminated or someone kills him. I don't know. No one's going to kill him right now. Maybe he kills himself or tries to. I don't know. I think he can, though, because he's not at the end of Dragon Ball Z, and we wouldn't be overly expecting him to just be nothing at the end of that series. So, I don't know. It's all up in the air right now. I want to laugh like crazy. How do you think the Tournament of Power would have if Boo was instead of Frieza? Boo would have been more useful, definitely. Not as strong as Frieza, but definitely more useful. He's way more. He's just another person who will never get tired, and he has some really OP abilities. So I think that they would have actually been in a better position because Frieza hasn't really done much. I mean, they might be able to get Frieza to do something in the next couple episodes, but I don't really see it happening. What if before the tournament, everyone went into Time Chamber for a year and Beerus trained everyone? They can hint at known forms and give good explanation for 17's crazy power. That didn't happen, but it would be kind of cool. I would have to say that. Does Beerus have a buffed up 100% God form like Toppo did? Toppo looked nothing like the other gods, and the gods look kind of wimpy. To be honest, I think each of them has a second battle form. That is a really good point. Sneer, Snair. I might actually do a video about that if I can get MJ on the line. I think that's a really good point. If you don't mind. Tell me here. I'll try to find it. I know I'm really behind right now, but if you're okay with that, that's a good point. I don't know. Real to real, do you think the ending was originally more intended to have evil angel grand priest, but since it seemed like they just cut everything off quickly, this was changed to be more vanilla ending? No, I think they knew it was going to end And that's the weird thing. Like, I'm wondering why they put all these like weird things in front of us at the very beginning of this, with Frieza and all these like Jiren's wish and everything. But obviously they know it's going to end. Obviously they know where they want to go, and that's what's going to be really obnoxious. Still planning on making your pitches for Hit, Future Trunks, and Broly. No rush, just curious. I am still doing that. So the Hit special is about halfway written. Future Gohan special is all the way written. And if you want to hear at least my beginning plans or some of the things I want to talk about with Broly, you can find it on my front page. It wouldn't be that hard of a find. Just look for the thumbnail with Broly and how I would rewrite it. Very long video, just a discussion between me and the Frozen Particle. My thought with it is though I'm going to take the bullet points from that pitch video that's already out there and tie it into the other 3 films, just to kind of give it more of a flair and a new vibe to it. So that story for plus New Coming and or Second Coming and Bio Broly, and how I would weave those stories in, where I'd place them in the timeline, and how I'd make it fit with the greater canonicity of the series. With the Broly thing, it does connect with the canonicity of the series because it takes place basically around the same time that it takes place basically around the same time that the BoJack movie came in, where Goku's gone, and instead of Goku and Vegeta, Goku and Chi-Chi trying to go to the private school or anything, it's Chi-Chi taking Gohan, so he has nothing to do with this. So his Super Saiyan 2 power won't be useful at all. But they do seek out Vegeta, and Turles is like, you know, like, we were searching the universe for you for so long, but we finally sense this great power up, this great energy coming from Earth just like a couple months ago. We got here as soon as possible. We want to take you back to planet Vegeta. Obviously, he's talking about Gohan versus Cell, and Vegeta's kind of all over the place right now because he's just kind of said he'll never fight again, and he doesn't really want to be bothered by any of this stuff, but he finally has someone offering him like his old role, or, you know, the chance to be king of planet Vegeta or new planet Vegeta. They found all these other Saiyans from all over the galaxy that were kind of in Goku's position, but just not Goku, like people who actually did their mission but were stranded on the planet that they had destroyed for their entire life. So they're all just like, we're like so mentally handicapped because all we ever knew was destruction, and no one ever gave us any emotional connection or anything else like that. But we're savage because we're Saiyans and we just kind of survived. And it goes on from there. And that's one of the things I want to get through with that. And it's really a Vegeta story. I think that is the thing. Like, the whole Broly movies are about like Broly hating Goku, and that just never really jived with me. It really have to be Vegeta going up against this legendary Super Saiyan, and him battling his demons through all 3 interpretations. Maybe Bio Broly, at least my interpretation, would probably be the same thing with Goten and Trunks with no Vegeta, but at least Vegeta in the first Broly movie and Second Coming would have to have something relating to Saiyan pride and the Saiyan heritage that Vegeta could really relate to, and Paragus could really relate to, who would also span at least the second film. So I'm not gonna really go much into it by then, but like, just to answer your question, yeah, Hit's almost written. Gohan, the future Gohan thing is written, and Broly is something that's been on my mind for a really long time that is partially written as well, and also kind of fleshed out in another video that's on my channel. How well could Super Saiyan 2 Kefla do against Jiren? I mean, was she Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2? It's just hard for me to always tell. Because even Super Saiyan Blue sometimes in the art looks like Super Saiyan Blue 2 because of the hair. I think she would have done okay, but I think she still would have lost. I'm going to end this soon, guys. So I'm going to probably start picking this up, skipping some questions. I'm sorry if I don't get to your questions. What exactly does Jiren think of Goku and Vegeta? He looks annoyed at how they don't stop attacking him. He keeps provoking them, though. Jiren should just end this. It's one of the things I don't understand about his character. I mean, they made it really clear that he could just end this, and they keep trying to tell us, oh, Jiren is Goku and Vegeta attacking him at the same time. It's taking him off of his rhythm. He's not actually able to fight them this way. Blah, blah, blah. I just kind of call foul on that. I just think that Jiren is playing with them, which is weird because there's like only 4 minutes left in the tournament. So we're going to have to just wait and see. But they've built this guy up to be so strong. I could imagine him just coming in and taking out as many people as possible. And he could win this. He can win this thing easily, which is one of the worst things about his character. I wish that he wouldn't be able to just take out everyone so easily and be as strong as he is, but that's just the way that they built him up. People talk about eliminations like it's the only thing that matters. Toppo being Hikaioshin level and surviving to the end is better than eliminating random fodder to me. Eliminations isn't the only thing that matters. Are you talking about like with MVP? Because I've never thought that matters. Everyone's been keeping track of it, but I don't think that they're keeping track of it either. Like the writers in general, or anybody who actually watching the fight. I think it's just whoever's giving the best fight. So Toppo having as awesome of a fight as he did, Vegeta having awesome of fights, Goku obviously being the main MVP, 17 giving us way more awesome things than we ever thought it was possible, and Frieza kind of sitting out the whole thing are way more important to me at least, than who's actually being taken out here and there and how many eliminations does Goku have, or Vegeta, or Jiren, or Toppo, or 17, or anybody else like that. Jiren bodies Khalifa. What question is that? Yeah, he probably does. Unfortunately, he probably does. I wonder if Goku and Vegeta go to Elder Kai for their potential ritual. I wonder how that affect Ultra Instinct and their new power. Probably a lot. I bet they still have potential to be unlocked. I mean, that's the point. Like, just because they break through their limits, they always get stronger. They alluded to that before this tournament started. I don't think Goku's ever going to do it. The weird thing here that I always thought, though, was I always thought that Goku, at least when Z ended, before Super even was a thing, I wonder if Goku had his power unlocked by the Elder Kai at some point in the 10-year time skip originally, because he doesn't go Super Saiyan. He has this white aura around him the same way that Gohan does, and he does, at least they seem like they're saying that he's fighting Oob at like the top of his potential, or stronger than he's ever fought anyone before, or something like that. So I think that was the original interpretation. Like, we were supposed to think Goku got his potential unlocked, but it just doesn't seem like a thing that Goku would do, honestly. Universe 8's God sprouts 9 tails in the manga, so they might have a form for transformation from a transformation. Oh, that's true, actually. Since fusion was allowed, would Gotenks be a better support fighter than to replace Krillin? Would the fusion last due to the time being slow in the tournament? Okay, fusion wouldn't last, and it's not just Krillin, it's Krillin and Tenshinhan, because they couldn't fuse and then defuse to make other people. Although I'm wondering, because this would probably get them in trouble, but if they were to go into the tournament with the Metamorian fusion and then defuse, but by that time it was understood or Krillin was already out, could Goten and Trunks actually have replaced and actually had 11 people in a semi-cheating thing where Zeno was just like, yeah, I really allow it because that was awesome. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know. It would have been interesting. Catch up in the messages, brada. I'm sorry. I'm trying. It's hard to actually really answer all these questions as fast as I possibly can. I get into tangents too. Would you have wanted Universe 6 and Universe 7 to work together besides Goku helping hit? Yes, I would. I think that would have been a better story-wise thing. Everyone was against Universe 7. Universe 6 is the only one who's going to help stand up for Universe 7 given their potential. So yeah, that would be cool. Also, I'll make a video on my last comment. That would be great. About each god having the battle like Toppo. I'm gonna go back to this, so I can't take like a screenshot of this. Let's see. I'm gonna just take a screenshot of that so I know who to credit, because I really like that idea, dude. All right, we got that. We got him. Okay. When the tournament was first announced, we were all kind of expected and or speculating that it was their end game. Now that that's true, we're pissed. LOL. No, that's not really true. We all were speculating, like we were all commentating that it felt like an end game, not that it was. Like, why aren't they saving this for later? We just kind of got off of a tournament arc, and this feels like an end game. Now that we know it is, that whole idea is like true. Why are they doing this? Why can't they do something a little bit different? Why do they have to give us an end game so soon? This is such a popular brand that it's still like head scratching. I don't think that we were, at least myself, I wasn't really anticipating that this was the end game so much as it felt like it. And I guess, yeah, it actually is. What would have been cool if Quintella attacked Zeno and the Grand Priest stopped him, showing how powerful the Grand Priest is. Just a thought. Gosh, the angels will never, ever, ever fight, which is obnoxious in my opinion. But I agree with you. That would have been kind of cool. What do you think the point of having two Zenos entered in the story was, from a writing and story perspective? Do you think that there's a plot and story reason behind this? And if so, what's your theory? I did a video about that. I'm not going to go into it because we're falling behind. You can go onto my channel and go watch a video. I think it was a couple weeks ago called like Jiren's Last Decision in Dragon Ball Super or in Super or something like that. And that is the only thing I can totally see why there are two Zenos in the Tournament of Power. So there's like a literally a 20-minute or so video on that with me and MJ talking about it, and we go into really, I feel like we went into decent detail like why it would have made sense. Do you think Jiren winning then somehow taking Goku and Vegeta as his fighting students be enough to help Goku and Vegeta beat Beerus? I think that Goku and Vegeta could probably beat Beerus if they wanted to right now if they worked together. But I don't see him taking them as fighting students. It would be interesting though. Do you think the whole concept of the mortal stronger than a god would have been saved for one of the exempt universe, or should have been saved for one of the exempt universes? Yes, I do. And that's one of the weird things that makes me feel like, as we were talking about earlier, the whole Tournament of Power just seems a little bit forced. It's weird to me to think that they would have just allowed that to kind of be nonchalantly said and then be like, oh yeah, but it was Jiren all the time. It's like something they changed halfway through, at least in my opinion. I wish they wouldn't have done that. I think Vegeta, Goku, and 17 will have to sacrifice themselves to eliminate Jiren, leaving Frieza to win. I would be okay with that, but it just depends on what Frieza's wish is. If Majin Buu was in the tournament, when do you think he would have gotten eliminated by who? It would have been actually funny to have Majin Buu be eliminated by Toppo. Majin Buu would have been too ridiculous, honestly, and he's just too OP for everything that happens in Dragon Ball Super. So I really think that he would have. I really think that was why they wrote him out, but it's just another in a long line of them screwing over that character and not giving him any due in the entire series because they just don't know how to utilize him. He's too OP, he's too powerful. And it would have been cool to have him go up against Toppo, mainly because we got to see Buu go up against Beerus and keep coming back at him. It would have actually been a really awesome fight because Buu just so durable that he can't be taken out so easily, and Toppo would have gotten annoyed with him at that point. What's Frieza's end goal and wish besides being brought back? I have no idea. Uh, I, like we've speculated on it. I don't know. I feel like I feel like we'd have to we're just gonna have to wait and see. Honestly, Doctor Rota is the real MVP. Yes, he is. I can't wait to figure out why they call him Doctor. Finally made a live video. Would you make a Dragon Ball Super unanswered questions video once it ends? What are some unanswered questions that irk you now? I am going to make that, and I probably won't even make it once it ends. I'll probably make it hopefully sometime here soon, because there's a huge list of things that piss me off that Dragon Ball Super never gave us or probably won't. Not that they won't in any future series, but I mean, come on, they could really do their best to show us things that we want from things that we wanted to know, or elaborate on things that they told us what they really didn't have to. But the Namekian Book of Legends is a really huge one for me. Always has been. It seems like the god power actually physically heals the character. It might tire them out, but it also seems to help recover as well. This has been evidenced, but way back with Goku versus Beerus. Probably. That's actually a really good point. Goku, Frieza, Vegeta are god of destruction power level just without destruction ki. Yeah, they're on the same level. That's not the same thing, though. Reviving all the erased universes with the Super Dragon Balls would completely contradict the point of the tournament, don't you think? Yes, I do. Especially at this point. I think they're all gone. I think they're all gone, which is troublesome. I can see Universe 6 coming back, though. I think that there's a lot of story to be told there, and if they're going to ever bring back one, it would be them. Nextly, it'd probably be Universe 2, because there's a lot of interesting there's a lot of intriguing things there as well. Do you think the Ozaru form will ever return? Maybe used by another Saiyan. Maybe get to see a Golden Ozaru. I'd imagine we get to see it in the movie if we're going to see it at all. Because that's going to focus on the Saiyans and their power, probably be a prequel to Yamoshi. And when they first introduced the concept of the Super Saiyan God, it was to take out the Ozaru. So yeah, it's possible. Cell is greater than Jiren. I don't know about that. I feel like Super Saiyan Blue form were a bit overused this whole tournament. I would have liked it if they portrayed it as a heavily energy draining form and not used against every other fighter. They did their best to kind of keep it away from the main focus until it got to the very end, and Goku and Vegeta had to basically be in it all the time. But even up to like Universe 3 being eliminated, they were trying to not turn into Super Saiyan Blue all the time. I mean, they did it really seldomly and very quickly. They didn't stay in the form like they're doing with Jiren and Toppo at this point. So I'm not sure I really agree with that. It is an energy draining form, and I think they've done enough to explain that. I think Majin Buu would absorb Kefla, Aniraza, and Jiren, thus winning the tournament for us. And he's OP. Imagine Toppo would not be absorbed because he's pathetic. I don't think Majin Buu could legitimately absorb them. I mean, he couldn't absorb Vegito. And those other people are way stronger than Vegito. So, I mean, give or take. I'm not a power scaler, but I would definitely say that they are. Favorite character in Dragon Ball franchise? I like Goten. But I also probably like... I would have to say, I think Hit is my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball. He's awesome. Legend 27 or Farmer with a Shotgun? Who wins? Farmer with the Shotgun. Boo or Cell was kept out for that reason. The power of absorbing people would have given them the edge over the obvious Goku and Vegeta team up. Yeah, but Cell doesn't really absorb people in that way. And Boo, like I said, is maybe a couple of the earlier people in this series. It would have been cool. I could think of one that would have actually been really cool for Boo to absorb and actually take on his character traits, but maybe that's worth a video. Which I think would have actually have happened. It's just no, I don't see it like that. I don't see like that would have made a huge difference. I don't think Boo would have made that much of a difference. I just think his presence with everything he can do, not just absorbing people or turning people into candy or never getting tired or being able to use his body as a way of kind of tying people up or any of the other stuff that he can do, individually would have been bad for any other team or made Universe 7 too OP. I just think everything he can do, like the very fact that he can do everything, would have really made the tournament even more lopsided than it is. And I think that would have been a bad thing if you look at it. The Namekian Book of Legends is really a Playboy a Playboy magazine for Piccolo's race, LMAO. Some guy told me on a theory about Jiren being secretly a bad guy, and since made him a flawless character on purpose. He will reveal later. Probably. I don't see that happening because they just don't have enough episodes to really showcase that, but that would be cool. Are they using the name Goku Black in the dub? I won't that trigger some racist tones? I really hope they don't, but I'm not sure. What if Kaioken and God Red form were related? I don't think they are, but that would be... I don't know. It's possible. I'm not sure. Who was more... I don't think they are. Just because I think they both come from God situations, but they're not related. Who is more of a disappointment, Toppo or Mecha Frieza? Mecha Frieza? What if... Yeah, just straight up Mecha Frieza. What if Goku did the Cell Instant Transmission Kamehameha and hit instead of doing it the way he did? He might have killed Hit. Hit's not really all that strong. Like that's the thing. Like he doesn't hit harder than Goku. He just has a grab bag of techniques that make him great. Goten or Hit. Who do you identify with? Goten? I like Goten's character. Goten's the type of person I strive to be. Like Goku's gotten too serious and everything. Like Goten's still that kid-friendly type of character where he's innocent and we should all kind of look up to him. It's one of the reasons they introduced him as a character in the first place, and he's one of my favorite characters. Imagine if we had Farmer with a shotgun, Monaka, Yajirobe, Yamcha, and Mr. Satan fighting it for Universe 7. Wow. No, that's a wrap. Honestly, when Jiren was falling Goku, Goku should have done instant transmission and that point full power bear hug Jiren to drag him down to double eliminate. If he did Kamehameha, he would tank. Could Goku grab Jiren and instant transmission him to the stands? Wouldn't that be a double elimination, but enough to actually win the tournament? I mean, it wouldn't happen, but can't you do that? I mean, like, I don't know. I have no idea. Do you like or dislike the fact that Universe 3 outlasted Universe 6? It'd be cool to see Universe 6 and Universe 7 team up against Ani Raza. It would have been cool to see, I think MJ mentioned this, it would have been cool to see Ani Raza actually be the thing that brought out Ultra Instinct instead of Jiren. That would have been cool. Do you think... I agree. I wish Universe 6 lasted longer, but they did give us some awesome episodes. Do you think that Goku is using Kaioken higher since his tug of war with Jiren? It exploded several times before Jiren blinked it away. Exploding means more power, correct? Yeah, I see what you mean. It's possible. I'm not sure. I've said this multiple times. I'm not like a power scaler, so I'm not incredibly sure. Do you believe that Gotenks turns Super Saiyan 2 before Super Saiyan 3? No, I think he skipped it. They are using the term Goku Black in the dub so far. I don't see any problem with that. They're not saying Black Goku. It's because he's dressed in all black clothing. I think what he was trying to say there though was, are they going to be like that black guy? Because they kept saying, "Oh, that black guy," and it just didn't work that well. Like it was like, oh man, like that's racist. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna answer two more. How about we answer two more? and then we'll get out of here. So let's see, 2 more teams. I think it would have been cool if Zamasu from Cell's timeline got Future Trunks' dead body and become Future Gohan, or Future Gohan's dead body and become Future Gohan Black to make it more emotional, conflicted for Future Trunks. What's your thoughts? I did an entire video. There's a couple of videos on this with my thoughts on Goten Black, and then we did a video if you can, like, Goten Black versus Gohan Black, or Gohan Black versus Goten Black, or something like that. MJ and I did an entire discussion video on this, so you can go see us debate like who would have been a better option if not Goku Black. If Zamasu got a hold of Gohan or even Goten, it would have been awesome just to see how strong they could have been given their limitless ceiling. That's true. And let's see, last one. Given that Frieza got God level just by training a few months, how powerful would it be if he trained as hard as Goku, or maybe even trained by Beerus and Whis? He would be amazing. He'd be unstoppable. He hasn't had his limit at all. Do you think it was bad writing to have Goku fight Jiren, go Ultra Instinct, power down, and then go back to fighting Jiren at the end of the series? No, we needed to introduce Ultra Instinct, and third time's a charm. We all know he's going to get it at some point again, so I think it's fine the way it is. Writing aside, I'm surprised Goku doesn't use the instant transmission more often. I agree. So, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope everyone is having a fantastic night. Thank you for coming out and joining us with this. Always so fun to have you guys out here and do these live streams for everyone who's interested. I hope everyone's having a good night. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video out, and all the other videos every day. Although tomorrow might be a little late because I am exhausted. I don't want to think or even look at this right now. Bye, everybody. It's been great.